Hey everybody, Coach Duality here with another 2v2 analysis, and this time we're here with Gautum, who's floating around the higher gold ranks and 2s. So let's go ahead and get this started and see what we can figure out here. And I know the first thing is this kickoff, and so I'm going to break it down here again a little slower. Slow it down. So what's happening here is that he's taking a line too far on the other side of the ball, on the right side there, as opposed to the center. And when you're going for kickoff, you need to make sure that you're applying momentum to the center of the ball. That's goal side. So basically directly between. You should be directly between the ball and the goal. But by the time he gets here, you see this turn here. He's turning away from the center, and he starts approaching the right side, so that when they both hit it, it's going to go in his side of the pitch, and they're going to sort of just clap it against each other. But if he was faster than that, or even just more towards the middle, he would have got a better push from that. It's a good follow through there. Playing the second spot well and coming in to assist his teammate. Ooh, that was a spike and a half. Yeah, so his teammate should be going for that. He's letting him. That's good. So decent push around that corner. His teammate should be following it up there, and he's trying a little bit too hard to follow it up himself. Every time you do that, you're sort of coming into the idea of rotation, and like you're almost like mind gaming each other in that you're not going to be as sure, confident, and trusting in your teammate with plays. Good try there. Teammate should be there to finish up. A little too slow on the push there, so he wants to make sure that he's just going back. Since the other teammate was that close to corner. It's a good push off that wall there. His teammate should be a little bit closer, but again, he's cutting in a line to get the ball, but he's not thinking about where his teammate is. And I think, okay, yeah, so he is solo queuing, so I imagine they don't have voice communication or anything, but his teammate should be the next one on the ball because he touched it last, but he's taking a line across the pitch like this, like straight across it, and when his teammate sees that, it's going to cut him off, especially if he's close. So here you kind of see him turning away. He tries to follow his teammate up there, and he should be next on the ball, but you sort of cut across there, and that throws him out, and then he has to go back. Now he's not in a spot to play it correctly. So just that taking that line across cut him off in the first place when you should be letting him go on to the rotation. Because your rotation and positioning together on the field is your complete backbone and foundation of how you're going to be playing in any given game. So his teammate should be going for that, and then he turns around to put himself in a spot where his teammate can play it, but it's a little bit too much trust there because his teammate's not going to be able to finish that or pass it over to him, so needed to just rotate behind. It's a good pass over. Good job from his teammate to get up for that. Misses, but speed and reaction were there, so he should be getting up on this a little bit harder here. He's hesitating to challenge just the one spot, so then whatever happens, his teammate is left to react to later, after having to take a second to like understand that the teammate missed. So he's okay to follow this up here with his teammate in net, just get the drive going. A little too hesitant to get up for that pop there. You need to be thinking about what you're doing before you do it a little bit more, you know. Understand where they are on the field and get some height under the ball as soon as possible to play it around him if you notice them in a spot like that. Someone needs to be challenging this here, and it should be Gautum here with his teammate rotating back at a poor spot. He had a better line. Someone needs to make sure that they're just making a push on the ball to apply some pressure and get him to throw it away. So his teammate's pretty far out of the play. He doesn't want to overcommit and throw himself out too. So that is smart. His push kind of just throws it right back at him, but at least he didn't give them a free net on the drive back. It's good midfield 50-50 there with the teammate back. That's how you want to be playing that one spot in the rotation. Just get in their face and just make something happen. Your teammate should be looking to play it, and you should be looking to play it with them. So he's taking a pretty wide line here, and this is dangerous. So the opponents have that around midfield, and he's still taking a very wide line. If Souls there shot that out with the speed that he should have, that would have been a goal for sure with their line there. It's important to make sure that someone's challenging the offenders as the one spot in the rotation, and that's usually the person who didn't touch it last. So here he should be rotating off of it. These corners are dangerous. This is where it's really important to rotate quickly off the ball, and they should be beating him to that from this point. So he needs to make sure that he's getting backfield as quick as possible to rotate into 2, and that'll allow his teammate to be more comfortable to rotate into 1, because after that play, because there's nothing he can do from here, so he wants to make sure that his teammate will be able to play it from when they do. But he's just rushing it a little bit too much in their corner, and now he's out of the play from there. Luckily, his teammate gets a good challenge there, but... So he should be challenging this a little bit sooner. Understand where you are in the rotation, and just commit to that position. See where you are if you're the 1 or 2 man. If you are good to aggressive challenge based off of how far away the opponents are, stuff like that. And then do it. Don't let yourself hesitate. So he should be following this up decently close here. Good job slowing down there to follow that up. I like that follow through. He played his space well in his teammates' pass, so good job. So he's rushing too much to dodge here. Dodging is throwing his car out of the play. You see, with that extra momentum there, he's throwing himself in the net. After this, see, he lands so far ahead that he can't turn around and save it. So when you're running back to save it in a spot like this, just pick up some pads and stay on the ground as long as possible, and then get in the air and challenge them. But those dodges are really, really active, heavy commitments to a line, and the reward is not worth the risk there. You want to make sure that you're able to control your car around your net like that to follow up the play. So he should be looking back for his teammate and working with him there. Good job following him up. His teammate should have still been around midfield, and it's important to make sure that you're following up each other's touches. His teammate's in a rough spot there. Hesitated a little bit to get up, but he still does get some height in the air and challenge it there, and that's what's important. Save was incredibly crucial there. When the ball is floating up high above your net, that's where you really need to identify where you are in the rotations, because someone should still be 1 and someone should still be 2. And 1 needs to make sure that he's getting up at the ball as quick as possible in the air to challenge, and 2 needs to